this is from Kukshinryu, and this is the Keiko Sabakiga. This is called Isoku. It's called inner step. So John and Dan. So this takes place from Gedan no Kamae, right? So Gedan no Kamae looks like this. Gedan no Kamae from in the Kukshinryu looks like this.
Oh, okay.
Like, you know, it's like it's behind you, you know, kind of like behind you, like that. Yeah. Gedan no Kamae. Ge means just low.
Okay.
So step forward on the right. So ashibarai, ashibarai. And then put the bow over, strike a tento uchi. So no step, but yeah, flip the bow over this way. Pop. Oh, kind of like 1 and 2 and bang.
Oh, okay,
Right?
so it'll be
1, 2, and just turn the, yep, bang, that's tento uchi. Then step forward on the right and strike with yoko men uchi. Yep, like that. Then flip the bow over and strike with sune uchi from the right. From the right. Yeah, I think that would be it. Yeah, from your right, from the right. Yeah, and yeah, strike like that, and then ski. That's it. That's it. That's what it is. Okay, let's try. Okay, Dan. Right. So I'm in Gedan no Kamae, like this, right? And you could be in Segan no Kamae, like. Yeah, there you go. So I'm in Gedan no Kamae like this. So my feeling here is when this comes in with ashibarai, I might just be like, you know, trying to get rid of that space right there, right? So if I'm trying to like move in and really try to, you know, open this up, there's this kind of ashibarai feeling like right inside there, right? So when this comes on, right? Then if I'm coming in 2 like this, then this opens up, right? So it really, so just that much presses it very strongly into that space because I'm kind of hiding the bow behind me. So you might not even know quite how long my bow actually is. That's one of the advantages to Gedan no Kamae because you're pointing the bow right at the guy, and it's very difficult for him to understand just how, you know, the actual length. Is it a standard length bow, or does he have an extra, you know, 2 inches, 3 inches, a foot on it? It's like you're not really sure, right? So once this comes out, I'm bringing this out this way so that I can, you know, craft this strike straight into that space. I'm getting that big ashibarai to get rid of that opening, and then squaring that up with this. This might be even like a fake, right? So as this comes in, 1, and this might just be a fake so that I can get to his noggin to make him think, you know, 1, okay, and 2, you know, so that I can just like get it right up to his noggin. That kind of a thing, right? Can you move just a little bit? Yeah. There you go.
There we go.
Awesome.
I'm trying to be in that one like pie shape that you're not
Yeah. Then 1 this way, right? 2, 3. Yep. There's the tento uchi right there. Once this comes in, now I can really get. This is yokomen uchi, right? Which could also be a fake. I bring this up, and then he goes to block it, right, like this, and I turn this over and go for the sune uchi, like lower in, right? And 1, right? 2 this way, right? 3 up high, right? the sune uchi here, and then from here is the ski, right? So you can really get, you know, yeah, you see how the sort of the shape of the striking can really make it very, very tough on the guy. And for training purposes, once you start to get past like movement 3, and you start to get about 4 or 5, man, it just gets like, from this perspective, it really gets very, very difficult. Because if I'm leading, and this guy just really has no concept, unless he's got an extraordinary amount of distance, and he's really astute with, with his movement and everything else, he's probably going to get, taken in by one of these strikes. Mm-hmm. And that's about all it takes, because once you get into that space, then, you know what I mean, like it's, it's very, very tough to escape that. So Dan, so same idea here, right? So if I'm in this Gedan no Kamai, but we've made some slight variations to this, right? Mm-hmm. So if I'm coming in this way and I'm opening that space up, and then I'm coming in for a big, a big one here, and maybe he sees that. Maybe he's gonna, right. I mean, he's gonna, or maybe mirror it or something like that. So when this comes to go one like this, and this is coming in this way, right? And he wants to, mirror that here. And so I have the choice here, right? So I can either try and blast that out of the way, right? I can move that forward, and I can try and blast that out of the way, or we can do what we were just talking about, which is you can take this energy and you can shore it up by moving the grip. So you move the grip up, you move the body up, and then you can kind of bounce the energy off of the staff. But you gotta set it up, right? So you gotta set this up. So you gotta run like this, run like that, and you can really just bounce that right off of what it is that you were, aiming for, right? So same things, go run, right? Boom, like there, and there's your big movement, right?
He's got nothing on the top.
Yeah, so the tento uchi, right? Before was we were kind of moving this way, like into this space, right? And now we've sort of made a change for that to get basically a similar strike, but in a different way. You're moving that way up into the thing because I've moved the bow differently, right? Comes in, 1, 2. So from here, I'm setting this up. I'm moving the hands up so that I can use his striking energy off of that to really help me get right up into his noggin. Make sense?
Before the sound's done, it's in your face.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, it's right there. And it's super intense. Like, once this comes in, like straight up into it's just right there. And actually, it's like, I'm actually preventing you from moving this up against me, because if I move laterally this way, it moves this out of that space. So even if, if I'm moving forward here, maybe you can drop, maybe you can do some chemi or something to escape this or something, but this becomes very, very tricky this really gets tricky once I start to move laterally with the movement of the ball. It's like, it's splat town, basically. You just crack his head like, no.
No, it's too fast. It's literally
It's too early.
Yeah, because when
it gets there too early.
And sliding, it's just that foot.
Yeah.
There's not the first time you did it, it was in my face before the ringing stopped.
And the problem, and what's really messed up about it is that you actually did it to yourself.
Yeah, you contribute.
The force of your defense contributed to you.
So if you're more into it, you get hit.
So
harder.
the only way to win is not to take the strike. Don't take the strike.
Or recognize that, this is going to come in a different way or something like that. So it's really interesting when you look at the kata. When you look at these kata, and they're very, straightforward with a lot of but how they can deviate, how they can sort of morph their potentiality to go right, left, up, down. I mean, all this kind of stuff, and the variations that are inherent in here. And once you start putting that into context, like what's actually happening here. You know, am I pressing this guy back? I'm trying to open him up into something where he's going to make a mistake, something like that. It becomes really interesting to see like where it's going to go and how it's going to open up and become something different.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what I think is so sort of interesting about yeah, all this kind of stuff. Super powerful stuff. Yeah. Let's try that. Let's try it.